Hey everybody, it's Jennifer. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be photo journaling. I'm about to get really busy this month, and so I wanted to just get all of my photos into my journals. I'm going to be working in my self-love journal, and then this journal over here, I recently purchased this cover from Poshmark, and I'll talk about this one a little bit later. So let's go ahead and get into this video, and I'm just going to be putting these pictures down and we'll get to the writing on another day. So off camera, I went ahead and printed out all of the pictures that I want to use today. So it's going to be a combination of my son and I, a picture of one of my really close friends, and just all of the music that I've been enjoying listening to lately. So while I'm cutting these out, I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. So if you are going down the YouTube rabbit hole and you have landed on my video, my name is Jennifer. I'm a kindergarten teacher. I have one 10-year-old son. He's going to be starting 5th grade in the fall. And I make journaling content, some writing and reading content, and a little bit of vlogs. So I'm getting ready to go back to grad school starting tomorrow as I'm doing this voiceover, and I know I'm going to be really busy soon, so I just wanted to kind of get a jump start on my journaling, and I will just put these pictures into my journal, and I may add words to them. I might not. I might just leave the photos as is. But when I do have time to pick up my journals again, I want them to be kind of already prepped, so to speak. So that's what I'm doing here. And I find that like me kind of taking one day out of the week maybe to do a little bit of journaling prep or planning prep will help me, because I'm about to enter into a really busy season of my life. So yeah, just sit back and relax. I'm gonna go ahead and speed things up for you guys. I'm gonna add a little bit of music, and we're just gonna photo journal and chill. So I haven't talked about this journal much on my channel lately. I just started it not too long ago, and I'm calling it my self-love journal. I just made this little envelope really quickly, and just with some cardstock and like a 99-cent envelope. So normally, like if I want to put photos and stuff, it'll just go like that. So whenever I'm ready to journal, kind of like all my little stickers and photos will be right in an envelope up front. So this is just kind of like my self-love journal. It is just all about me, loving myself, being kind to myself. So that is what this journal is all about. And part of my self-love journal really involves my son, because I want to be the best person that I can be for myself and give my son the best version of myself. So I've been doing a lot of work on myself lately, and wanting to just be healthy for him physically and mentally, so we can continue to go places and do things with one another and enjoy one another's company. So adding pictures of my son and I to my self-love journal is just really important to me. And I'm adding a picture of a really close friend of mine. We've been knowing each other since like 2009, and this particular night we went out and we had a couple drinks and we were just dancing the night away like we used to do way back in the day, and we used to just have so much fun together. So it was nice to like reconnect and go out again. And so my son and I, we went to like our favorite Starbucks, which overlooks the water, and it's just always like so nice to visit that Starbucks during the summer and just checking out the really cool views. So this picture of my son is like one of my favorites. We decided to go to like a really kind of swanky posh restaurant that we've been wanting to go to for a really long time. And so I just snapped this picture of him. We had like a really nice outdoor seat, and yeah, I just think he looks like so adorable in that picture. So yeah, like this is like one of my favorite pages in this journal, and it's just about like me, like just being bare, like loving myself, like no matter what I'm looking like that day, like no makeup on, nothing. So the picture of my son by himself, that was like his first day of fourth grade. And then the picture of he and I together, that was his last day of fourth grade. He had an award ceremony at his school that day, so I just wanted to put that picture down. So I'm just putting in like all of the feel good pictures into this into my self love journal. So yeah. So next I'm going to get into music. So lately I've been listening to a ton of Hippie Sabotage. I discovered them back in, gosh, I think it was 2016, and I've been hooked ever since. I've also been listening to a little bit of old school India Ari and Michelle Ndegeocello. These are like my girls from like the early 90s. Late 90s, well, early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. And then my son and I have been listening to Thunder by Imagine Dragons like over and over. We are just really loving that song right now. And then I realized I accidentally printed this on sticker paper, so oops, I had to just peel the backing off of it. It probably would have been fine either way, but yeah, some days I don't know what's in my printer until something prints out. So I would love to know what you guys are currently listening to. I know India Ari back in the early 2000s, she had this song called Video, and she was just like, I'm not the average girl from your video, and she was just like embracing like natural beauty. So I'm like still loving that message, and I think it's still extremely relevant today, like 20 years later. So excuse the noise outside. As I'm filming this, the 4th of July is coming up, and people in my neighborhood have started fireworks like a month ago. So I'm just kind of like playing around with these pages and just kind of figuring out where I want to lay things. So the next band that I am just listening to is Purity Ring. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. I think the female singer has such a distinct, beautiful voice. I love listening to them. I've been listening to them since like 2012. And no, I take that back. I think it was 2013 I started listening to them, and I've been like hooked ever since. So I am just trying to figure out where I'm gonna put this Hippie Sabotage picture. So I'm just gonna take this page from the back and just kind of pop it over here so I can keep this band together. I would really love to go see Hippie Sabotage in concert. I really enjoy their music. So yeah, like this next gentleman here, I discovered him just recently. I think it's pronounced Tusi. I could be totally wrong, but love his music. And then down there is those three gentlemen is Foster the People. I've been like kind of rediscovering their music again. So yeah, just putting in all the songs that are just kind of on repeat lately. And you guys are just kind of seeing what journaling looks like. Sometimes it's a lot of flipping through and back and forth and do I want to put this here? Do I want to put it there? So yeah, I'm just kind of letting you guys see that messy process. I've been listening to a lot of Interpol lately, so I'm gonna cover up what I have here. Like, I just really didn't like the way that turned out, and I'm trying to keep this paper. I'm trying to save the sticker, but I'm gonna end up just like pulling all of this up anyway and then just covering it up. And sometimes my journaling process can be messy and it's not always perfect, nor do I strive for anything to be perfect. I just kind of, place things down, but I'm going to do my best to cover this up. But yeah, my little tidbit of advice is like, don't be too hard on yourself if things don't quite come out right. And that's the thing about journaling. You can always just kind of cover things up and just kind of make it work. So love Interpol. And yeah, let's move on to the next journal. So I recently did a little mini Poshmark haul, and I purchased this journal. It's kind of like the old school happy planner with wrong. I think I'm saying that right. But anyway, really loved the dividers, loved the paper that they had inside. So I sort of created my journal mixed with the rest of my planner, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. So this is footage from the night before. So I took out my planner dividers from January all the way through June, and I took that out of my planner, and I'm just going to keep the months of July through December. So I took all of that out. I also took the cover off that I just recently made. I told you guys I like to switch out my covers very frequently. So as you see here, there is July going through December. And then what I'm going to do is add on this cover, which I purchased on Poshmark, and I'm going to add in some journaling. So it's going to be like half journal, half planner. So I was initially going to have this as kind of like my catch-all journal, but my journaling is about to get very specific for this particular season of my life. So I'm using these dividers. So the first part of this journal is going to be just brainstorming. I find that so many ideas and things are running through my head, and I want to have a designated place to just brainstorm and just kind of get everything out. And then this next divider, and aren't these just beautiful dividers, by the way? Under the next tab, is going to be a place for like my mental health, and I'm exploring options for like therapy. So this is just going to be like a whole mental health section, and just really working on my mental health and just making sure that I am doing well mentally. And then this last tab is going to be gratitude and like self-love, and this is just some stuff that I pulled from my morning pages. So it's sort of like journal / planner all in one. So I'm just gonna marry these two together, and that is what you guys are going to see in the next clip. So it is the next day, and I have went ahead and just added my journal and my planner all together for the rest of the year. And I'm just adding, some more pictures, just some more things that I am motivated and inspired by. That first picture was like one of my favorite journaling spreads. And then this picture here is my son's artwork. He loves to draw and create his own graphic novels. So I'm just really inspired by his drawing and how dedicated he is. And I wish I could draw like him. Like, the only thing I can draw is like stick people. So, my motivation. So yeah, and I'm just like putting pictures of like some of my journaling things, and just different ideas that I get for my journals, and like different things that I want to try. So I'm hoping that this setup will benefit me for the remainder of the year. Like I said, my journaling is going to get really specific, and then I want to be able to use my planner here as well. So it's going to be like my specific journaling, and then towards the back of it is going to be my planner. So this is kind of July. I'm already like writing things in here for the month, and just kind of getting into my kind of like week at a glance, and then getting into some more of my weekly tasks. So I hope this works for the remainder of the year. So I would love to know what's changing in your journaling lineup or your planning lineup. I would love to know down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.